Hey, yo, Black.
Yo.
So, Bama lost again. And
Yes.
you know what that means. Another outbreak of winner's emotions
Yep.
on my timeline. This
Yep.
time, they're declaring that if Alabama doesn't make the playoffs, nobody's going to watch it. What do you say to
Bullshit. I say, I'm glad it was LSU that did this to you. Look at me. Look at me. LSU did this to you. And it makes me happy. It pleases me. Tell Saban. I want him to know it was me.
Man, nothing gets my week started better than watching Bama games.
Yes.
Granted, again, I have no dog in the fight, but UNC is number 15. So to say we're only 5 spots behind Alabama, it's saying something.
That says a lot.
Don't fuck around and lose to Ole Miss. Don't fuck around and lose to Ole Miss. Because if I see the Tar Heels above Crimson Tide, bro, I'm coming. I'm coming out. Oh, shit, I'm crazy. Hey, let's get started, man. Prove Me Wrong podcast, episode 6. Let's get it.
This morning, NBA star Kyrie benched in the wake of tweeting about an anti-Semitic film. The Brooklyn Nets suspending Irving for at least 5 games without pay after he refused to apologize for posting a link to a documentary that denies the Holocaust.
Not that I don't believe in the Holocaust. I never said that.
Got to get a stop or their playoff hopes are over. They still had an extra guy in the field. Barely get him all up. Daniels for the win. Caught. It's good. LSU does it.
And the only storming of the field here is the Georgia players to go surround their quarterback and shake hands with the opposition.
What up, sports fans? Y'all know what it is. We took a week hiatus because we got the kids and we over here at DFPN, we love the kids. We take them trick or treating and stuff. They get the candy and whatnot. But we're back now. We know we missed out on some stuff, but while we were gone, some craziness happened in sports. So we're here to talk about it. But before we get into that, make sure you subscribe to the Dat Feeling Bandcamp, the music side of DFPN. A lot of our guys are putting out new music that is exclusive only to the Bandcamp for a while. And then when they feel like it, they'll let the rest of the world experience it on Spotify, Google, Amazon, all that other stuff. But if you want it as soon as it comes out, fresh out the oven, make sure to hit up the Dat Feeling Bandcamp, www.datfeeling.bandcamp.com. The Patreon. A couple weeks ago, we put on the Silva and Jake Paul fight. Depending on how I'm feeling this December, when Crawford jumps in the ring with that bump, no, I'm playing. But any boxing match and stuff, we'll foot the bill for you guys so you guys can watch it over here on the DFPN. Patreon as low as $3 a month with new tiers coming in. So just check us out, www.patreon.com/datfeelingpodcast. And of course, we got the merch over at Teespring. We don't have any Prove Me Wrong merch yet. I need to start working on that. I'm feeling like we're behind the curve on that. So I'll dabble in the lab this weekend, see if I can come up with something. But merch for the rest of the networks and the programs on DFPN. So make sure to check us out over on spring.com. Just search for Dat Feeling Podcast Network, and you should see our store pop up with all the merch.
Yep.
Whew. I saw you cheesing during the intro, man.
Yes.
I had to put that clip in there for your boy. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Had to put it in there for the homie. Because we'll talk to that in a bit. But thing that's on everybody's radar for the past week or so, actually since late October, Kyrie Irving, right? So we'll just get into our thoughts on Kyrie.
Mm-hmm.
Before we really get into it, let me just go down the timeline of everything this guy has been doing. Okay, that started this, right?
Yep.
So on October 27th, Kyrie Irving posted an Amazon link to a movie filled with anti-Semitic conspiracies on Twitter. Now, granted, to find this timeline, it is on forward.com, which is a Jewish independent nonprofit website. So it says the 2018 movie that Irving posted a link to, Hebrews to Negroes, Wake Up Black America, is based on a book of the same title. Irving tweeted the link to more than 4 million followers without a comment or a caption. It also includes a quote incorrectly attributed to Adolf Hitler, that Jews will blackmail America to keep his secret. Now, a lot of the people, the backlash to this was like, well, this movie quotes Adolf Hitler. So they went back and they were like, this quote was not actually from Adolf Hitler. The actual quote from the movie, and it says, and I quote, America has God's jewelry. The Americans have the jewels of God. The Americans have stolen God's precious jewels. What do you mean his precious jewels? The soldier asked. Hitler said, America has stolen the Jews, the jewels of God, his jewelry. The Negroes, they are the true Hebrews. What a foolish move and a direct challenge to God, and they plan on moving these false white Jews into a state of Israel. Because the white Jews know that Negroes are the real children of Israel, and to keep America secret, the Jews will blackmail America. They will extort America. Their plan for world domination won't work if the Negroes know who they are. So that is a quote from the movie that they're saying that Adolf Hitler said, right? My thing is this off the bat, whether he said it or not, if this quote is in the film and Kyrie has tweeted the link like, hey, check this out. He didn't say it, but in my mind, like if you're posting a link to a movie or something, it's not just to be like, movie exists. You know, it's like,
right,
yo, check this out type shit. That's just me. So either way, Adolf said it, it's bad. Somebody lied and just made this shit up and put it in the movie. Lying on Adolf Hitler, still bad. You know, saying some shit like that without any kind of proof or anything. So on October 28th, Rolling Stone article sees the tweet, looks at the movie and unpacks it and everything, right? The article that was written by John Blistein said that the movie claims many famous high-ranking Jews have admitted to satanic worship and falsely asserts the Holocaust was a hoax. The 2015 book of the same title and written by the director of the movie extensively quotes the protocols of Elder Zion, according to Blistein. Now, that is, if the book is quoting that, the protocols of the Elders of Zion, also called the Protocols of the Learned Elders of Zion, is a fraudulent document that served as a pretext and rationale for anti-Semitism, mainly in the early 20th century. The document perpetrated to be a report of a series of 24 meetings held at Switzerland in 1897 at the time of the first, all this other stuff. So bottom line, there were Jews and Freemasons were said to have made plans to disrupt Christian civilization and erect a world state under joint rule. So it's a lot of if you believe that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Right.
behind the scenes, secret
It's a lot of
society, Illuminati
conspiracy
stuff
theory.
building.
Yeah.
Yeah. So around 11 p.m. that night, Nets owner Joe Tsai condemns the tweet. So he went out and tweeted that he's disappointed in Kyrie. That tweet's still up there. October 29th, the next day at 11 a.m., Kyrie defends the post, saying that he's an omnist, meaning someone who believes in and respects all religions. And he claimed that the anti-Semitic label that was being pushed on him is not justified and does not reflect the reality or the truth he lives in every day. Later that day, at 6:30, the NBA releases a statement in response to Kyrie Irving, saying that hate speech is unacceptable, yada, yada, yada. Everybody picked up on that. October 29th, they were at a game, and Richard Jefferson calls out Kyrie Irving, saying it's disappointing that he says he's not anti-Semitic and these things, but the tweet is still up about the documentary. And then he also asked or brought up the fact that not too long ago, Kyrie Irving tweeted a quote from Alex Jones, a known conspiracy dude that is on record saying that Sandy Hook was, what was he saying about Sandy Hook? That elementary school
It was
shooting
staged.
was like not real, or it was staged and stuff.
Yeah.
And he's in trial because he is just spreading these false things. So then he asked him, well, why are you tweeting that dude? Well, I don't agree with everything he's saying about that, but I do agree with him when he says that this, you know, so I don't agree with him this, but he says this. So me personally, again, you just got to look at who you're trying to quote, my guy. Like, you got to put some thought into some shit. Like, a broke clock could be right twice a day, but you can't keep going to that clock depending on shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't. So even though somebody who is super evil says something that is in your mind rational, but you don't agree with the rest of the evil shit, like, you just can't quote the motherfucker because you know what everybody's gonna say. But that's just
right.
So the post game, he gets into an exchange with an ESPN reporter saying that he wasn't promoting the film. He said just because he posted it doesn't mean he's posting the film or he's promoting the film. Irving said what Jones said about secret societies in America is true, but he denied that he was promoting the movie and accused the interviewer of dehumanizing him in order to chase clicks. And here is, see if I can bring this up because there's audio of this thing. I just want to make sure everybody gets this information before we share our thoughts. Mm-hmm.
It's a lot to unpack.
Yeah.
Kyrie, while we're on the topic of promotion, why did you decide to promote something that Alex Jones said?
That was a few weeks ago. I do not stand with Alex Jones' position, narrative, court case that he had with Sandy Hook, or any of the kids that felt like they had to relive trauma, or the parents that had to relive trauma, or to be dismissive to all the lives that were lost during that tragic event. My post was a post from Alex Jones that he did in the early 90s or late 90s about secret societies in America of occults, and it's true. So I wasn't identifying with anything of being a campaignist for Alex Jones or anything. I was just there to post. And it's funny, and it's actually hilarious because out of all the things I posted that day, that was the one post that everyone chose to see. It just goes back to the way our world is and works. I'm not here to complain about it. I just exist.
And to follow up on the promotion of the movie and the book,
Can you please stop calling it a promotion? What am I promoting?
put it out on your platform.
But I'm promoting it? Do you see me doing, do you see me in front of
Putting it out there,
the
people
title?
are going to say that you are
Yeah, I put it out there just like you put things out there, right?
Yeah, but
Okay.
it's
You put things out there for a living, right?
Right, but my stuff
Great,
is
so
not.
let's move on.
filled
Let's
with
move on.
anti-Semitic
Let's
stuff.
move on. Don't dehumanize me up here.
I'm not doing
I'm
that.
another
You're
human
free to
being.
post
I can post whatever I want. So say that and shut it down and move on to the next question.
But Kyrie, you have to understand that
I don't have to understand anything from you.
it's not me.
Nothing.
By
No
posting
people
what
that
you
you're making up,
did,
bro. Move on.
but by posting
Move
what
on.
you
Next
did,
question.
anybody
Do
is
you
going
guys
to
have any
look
more
at
questions
it
for
and they're
me?
going to say,
You guys have any more
does he have
questions? Because this is going to be a clip.
beliefs?
This is going to be a clip that he's going to marvel at. Is this any more questions?
But you're not answering the question.
This is another answering your question. Oh my God, let's make another Instagram clip so we can be famous again. Next question.
Kyrie, basketball related.
Cool. So that was that. Again, then Kevin Durant gets up there and says the team is not affected by the latest Irving drama, right? So then the next day, magically, Kyrie deletes his tweet, right? To that movie. Then on Halloween, Kanye West posts a picture of Kyrie Irving with the caption, "There's some real ones still here." Later on Halloween, the NBA Basketball Players Association, the actual union that's there in place to defend players from unlawful or unjust rulings from the NBA commissioner, which Kyrie Irving is the vice president of, puts out a comment saying that anti-Semitism has no place in our society. The NBA Player Association is focused on creating an environment where everyone is accepted, committed to all that good stuff. So they're just like, bro, that's not cool. Later that day, then head coach Steve Nash says, "I hope we can all grow and get through this." Later that night, they had a game. Jewish fans sit courtside wearing "Fight Anti-Semitism" shirts. Then on November 1st, inside the NBA guys kind of get on him. Get on the NBA for not suspending him when he doubled down and went 10 toes down in what he was doing. November 1st, the GM says that Kyrie will not be talking to the media to prevent a further fuss. His words. The 2nd of November, the anti-defamatory, whatever that is, I forget what the L is. But they go to meet with Kyrie. He doesn't want to meet with them. They meet with his father and his stepmother, who's also his agent. Irving and the Nets then donate $500,000 towards causes and organizations that work to eradicate hate and intolerance to our communities. That is on the 2nd of November. Here's the statement there. In the same statement, Irving said that he opposed all forms of hatred and oppression, but stopped short of apologizing, condemning the film, or using the word anti-Semitic. He claims in that interview, he said, "I'm aware of the negative impact of my posts towards the Jewish community, and I take responsibility. I do not believe everything said in the documentary was true or reflects my morals and principles." The third NBA commissioner, Adam Silver, expresses disappointment that Irving did not apologize. On the 3rd, he had an interview where they're saying he played victim, and I got that clip. It's kind of long, so we can go back to that if anybody has any questions. But as they were saying, like, you're not apologizing, he then flips the script on reporters by saying, "Where were y'all at when I was a kid learning that 3 million of my ancestors are buried in the grounds here in America," and all this other stuff. So he kind of flipped the script like, how come y'all weren't asking these questions when I was a kid growing up and finding out about the real history of America and all that stuff like that. So it was kind of odd. I was like, you kind of playing the victim thing at that point instead of just saying, "Sorry, I posted that," and moving on. But so he doesn't say sorry. Later that night, the Nets suspend Kyrie Irving for a minimum of 5 games without pay. Later that night, your boy tweets an apology or posts an apology on his IG. And then the 4th, as we were doing the smoke pit, I got the notification from ESPN that Nike terminates its relationship with Kyrie Irving, and they're not releasing his shoe. And then November 5th, that Saturday, the Nets deliver a preconditions for Irving to return to the team. Number one was to apologize and condemn the movie, which he did. $500,000 donation to anti-hate causes, which he did. Sensitivity training, anti-Semitic training, meet with the ADL and Jewish leaders, meet with Joe Tsai to demonstrate understanding. And then he can come back. So that's the timeline. That's what we're dealing with Kyrie Irving. Now, Black, with all that information, man, what are your thoughts?
It's a lot to unpack. So I'm going to be careful with my words.
Okay.
And I don't want to be too far from where I think I want to be. And if you sign a contract to play with the team, if you have rules that you have to abide by, and you go outside of those lines, by all means, if you violate them, you should face whatever consequences come with that. And as far as what they decided to do with Kyrie Irving, I agree with. He doesn't make his reasonings very clear of why he actually posted it. And that just leads to more issues, right? So if you come out and say, like, I posted it for this reason, I think a lot of this could have been avoided. Like, just give a reason why you posted it. Granted, if he posted it for any other reason, just say, like, fuck it, here's the link. You know what I mean? Like, this may be something I'm watching. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm watching this. Or something. You know what I mean? It doesn't make it better, but at least you have a reason. For you to just shut down when everybody starts coming at you, I believe led to more trouble for Kyrie, which is unfortunate. But again, if you sign a contract that you have to abide by certain rules, and you know this is a league that doesn't tolerate discrimination, which the NBA has been pretty tough on. They've been pretty tough on discrimination. So if you play in a league that you know doesn't abide by these sets of rules, will cost you, then I don't understand why he posted that. I really don't. So whatever consequences he's facing, I think is the correct course, because you haven't given anybody a reason of why you did that. And Kyrie's the whole thing with Alex Jones, like, Kyrie is a flat earther, bro. Like, come on. You know he could be out there sometimes. But even that is just like, you're doing too much, man. Like, you're really doing too much. So it's up to Kyrie at this point. Like, what do you want to do? You know what I mean? Like, do you want to play in the league? Do you not want to play in the league? Because I'm pretty sure after this, a lot of teams, you may get the Lakers, but like, that money ain't gonna be that money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're robbing yourself of opportunities. And you have a big enough platform that you could have used that for something other than what you used it for. Like, you are a face of young people. Like, a lot of young people want to be like Kyrie Irving. They want to play ball like Kyrie Irving. So use that platform for something other than what you're using it for. Like, inspire these kids to, you know what I'm saying? If that's what you want to do, then show these kids a better way to go about business. Don't just, here's my thing. Here's the link. Put it out. Y'all believe what y'all want to believe out of it. Like, that's not, you've already shown them that ain't gonna work. You know what I mean? So find a positive way to get your message across. Like, if that is your message, like, there's other ways to go about educating people than, you know what I'm saying, than pissing them off. Granted, I understand, like, if that means enough to you that you want to put that message out, then find a positive outlet to put it out on. So I just think the way he went about it clouded everybody's judgment, maybe even his own, because now you have to defend yourself against something that you might have meant for good, but it just backfired completely. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what happens to Kyrie after this. I honestly don't know if he goes back to the Nets after this. I honestly don't know if he's even in the league after this. You've lost the Nike sponsorship, and like, dog, you just seen what they did to Kanye. Like, how could you not think your timing is awful? It's awful. You seen what they did to Kanye. Like, they yanked everything away from Kanye. And you're traveling this similar road. How did you not think the same thing was going to happen? Like, they are primed and ready to smash you after Kanye. Like, I don't know, man. It's just it's a lot. This road goes deep, and I'm just relegating it to the NBA. But this road goes deep. You know what I'm saying? It goes really deep. So just if you're an athlete and you sign a contract that's legally binding to the team that you're representing, understand that you're an ambassador for that brand. So abide by the rules of that brand. Point blank, period. And all the other stuff, like, damn, man, you just play. I don't want to use the Laura Ingraham line, but for times like this, that shit is warranted, bro.
I would I wouldn't go that, and I know what you mean, because like at sometimes you just want to just be like, bro, like, stop harming your bag, stop harming your career. But here's the thing: when he was not playing because he wouldn't get the COVID vaccine, and he's like, I'm just out here trying to be the voice of the voiceless, saying he was speaking up to people that didn't have the platform he has to speak out against this vaccine, right? And all the things and whatever. So the minute you say that, Kyrie, the minute you say I'm the voice for the voiceless, you announce that you are bigger than the basketball player. You are speaking for people. You have people that you are representing, right? The minute you say that, people are just like, all right, so this is you on your Muhammad Ali stuff. Now you're trying to ascend not political activists, but you're getting into that realm of social activists. Like, I'm bigger than sports at this point, right? But then all of a sudden, then you post this thing, and then now all of a sudden you're just like, but I just can't post nothing. I'm not promoting nothing. I'm just posting something. You know, I just posted a link to something. Like, you're smarter than this, Kyrie. I want to feel like you're smarter than this. You know, like, you know what you're doing.
Agree.
Stop playing stupid. Like, when you raise a teenage kid, that is what Kyrie is acting like. Like, letter of the law. Yes, you just posted something, but you know what that does, Kyrie. Like, it's not like you just posted it and been like, you know, I need fucking lives in Candy Crush. You know, it's like, that's a regular post. Like, if somebody wants to give me some lives here, you're posting that, saying that you watched that as you were trying to educate yourself on Yahweh or Yahweh or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. And then you post that. So it's not like you just posted that out of nothing. Like, you're trying to help other people who believe what you believe find some more education or whatever material. It all falls down to what you were saying. And what I tell people, you are not going to jail because of this, Kyrie. So freedom of speech is still there. Nobody can arrest you and send you to jail.
Right.
You are not free from the consequences of your actions. We as Black people were all on that train when numerous rich white people were getting dropped, getting fired, getting suspended, all of this other stuff for saying things and being like, oh, what, I free speech. Like, you can say whatever the fuck you want, man. But your organization, your boss, the company that is profiting, and you are hurting that bottom line, they have the right to be like, you're not good for business. You got to go. And that's low key where it was getting at with the NBA and Kyrie. And I'm just, all right, Kyrie, you 10 toes down. I don't know what your pocket's looking like. I want to say that you have enough money to live the rest of your life comfortably. If you want to walk away from the NBA and become that martyr that you claim you are, you want to be that prophet that steps away from the millions to stand in your truth and educate others and bring people and show them the light. This is your opportunity. 10 toes down, bro. Stay with your guns. And he was trying. Then all of a sudden, the tweet gets deleted, an apology comes out, and I'm just like, so what does that do to his credibility now?
Well,
like all the people that were following
you were
him,
already past an apology before you deleted that tweet. You were past an apology. You moved that needle way past that. So you might as well just stick to your guns at that point, bro. Like, it is what it is. Like, the punishment's already coming.
But at the end of the day, he wants the check. So all the people that are on this Kyrie bandwagon saying that he's on to something and everybody's on him because he's just trying to call something out. The NBA is treating this dude wrong. Like, if that's the case, the NBA Players Association would come up and take the NBA to court about unjustly punishing Kyrie Irving for doing something that shouldn't be punished, right? Same way the NFL Players Association was taking the NFL to court over the Tom Brady Deflategate thing. Like, bro, you ain't about to do our players like this. This is wrong. The NBA Players Association didn't do it. And he's the vice president of the Players Association. So if they ain't coming up to bat for the vice president, son, you might be a little bit out of pocket there. It's a little bit. It's a little bit.
A little bit.
And then at the end of the day, here's what I'm saying. All the people that are banging pots and pans defending this dude, where is the Kyrie, you a sellout stuff? Because he was all, he's 10 toes down. I appreciate what this guy's doing. And then he apologizes. And then all of that stuff. He wants the money. And I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Half the people.
This is why I largely stayed quiet throughout this whole thing. Like,
half the people on my timeline,
it's undefendable for me.
Tooting their horns. And I'm just like, half of y'all did time in the military. Y'all know how it is. Like, you want the check, you like the benefits, and you know not to mess with your bag. So you know what you can and cannot say, right? You may feel it's like the Black Lives Matter movement, like it was tough, man. Like, you work with some people that ain't feeling it or whatever, and you can't really lash out like you want to, and you can't really say the shit you want to, but you just sitting there like, bro, if this motherfucker wasn't paying for my house and giving me health insurance and shit, bro, I can't jeopardize that. So you get the check, you get all that stuff until you're set up comfortably enough to get out from under that umbrella to do something where you can speak your mind or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Kyrie could be there. Like, I don't know. I don't want to get in that man's pockets and stuff, but he's been in for a while. He's made millions. I don't know why he can't step away from the game and do whatever. I don't know if he's investing in, you know what I'm saying? So, but it's like you said, bro, you can say whatever you want, but if the person that's financing you is like, it's not a good look for business, man. You gotta reel that back.
That's what it comes down to.
Choice A and choice B.
That's what it comes down to.
Be your own man and step out and be like, nah, I got a truth I need to speak, and these people gonna hear it. Or B, my bad, let me shut up, do what y'all say so we can keep getting this money. And he was trying to choose choice A, and then when that line came up, he was like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. Let me go ahead.
Showed him his bank account, like, bro,
I sincerely apologize. Suspension without pay. You know, each game he misses is $450,000 he ain't getting.
Yep.
Bro. Humble a motherfucker real quick.
Real quick.
That's like you're free to believe whatever you want. If you believe blacks are the real Jews and all that stuff, like I'm not all into that. You can believe that, but you got to figure out a way. You got to be smarter with how you try to get that information out, you know.
Exactly.
And if it comes out and somebody's like, "Yo, this is kind of offensive," you know, and more people say it, bro, just be like, fam, you know, let me. I did not intend to offend anybody with that. I'm sorry for what I posted. You know, and I'm pretty sure there's another book or another film or something that you can.
There's two of them. There's two books from that. It's a series, and that's what I said. Like, if you would have just came out with a reason and said something like, "Hey, this is why I posted it," and not this. The fact that he didn't immediately do that just was everybody was just like, "Oh, it's on." You know what I mean? Like, you're not even explaining yourself. Therefore, I feel like you're promoting it. So that's where the main issue is. Like, bro, if you're gonna post something like that and you know somebody gonna have a problem and you ain't coming out immediately, you gotta know it's gonna be problems. You have to.
Yep. And all he got to do is just meet with some people and come back and be like, "Yeah, I learned from my mistakes." They acting like they're making this man put on a clown suit, go out there and pick up trash on the side of the road to come back. They doing too much to Kyrie to make him like, bro. The two things at the top he already did. He gave the 500,000. He deleted the tweet and apologized. So you just got to do the
met
other
with
steps,
ADL.
man. Yeah, it's bro. He halfway there, bro. He almost got bingo on his bingo card, man. Just
so
let this man apologize and get back to getting his money. And if y'all feel he's sold out, y'all feel how you feel, but it is what it is at this point, man. He's made his decision. And if y'all want to boycott the NBA, feel free. We'll see y'all in about 3 months when you come back. So it is what it is at this point. You want the money, you got to play by their rules, man.
Yep.
You got to play by the rules. Anyway, with that being said, all of this stuff around the Nets, Kyrie going and doing his thing, Steve Nash getting fired, Kevin Durant in the offseason demanding a trade, get rid of these cats or I'm out of here, all of this other stuff. Next year, this is Kyrie's last year under contract with them. I'm assuming the Nets will probably be like, thank you for your service, get out of here. We're not planning on re-signing you. Or they may, depending. Because if you can still produce, people will be willing to put up with some shit.
Well, it depends on what happens after this. Like if he comes back and he balls out and they make a good playoff run or even go to the finals, I can see Kyrie coming back. Yeah. If it's nowhere near that, like if you get swept in the first round again, peace.
Yeah. But all this craziness going on. Free agency come around. Is this a place that you can see players wanting to be? You know what I'm saying? Oh, and they got your boy
Ime?
He's rumored to be coming over. So first of all, Nets front office is y'all better not bring y'all wives to work when Ime is in the building because y'all know that boy be on it.
Still your girl.
Oh. But Ben Simmons and his whatever the fuck wrong with him, just on the bench, not doing goddamn anything. So that's the squad. You sitting there, Kyrie leaving, KD, he looking for a way to get the fuck up out of there. Ben Simmons, he know nobody else want him, so he gonna just stay there and collect his money off his contract. And you got DeAndre Jordan, and it's not a nice squad over there. And he may gonna show up, and I'm pretty sure Whatever he did with the Celtics, he can't do with the
Oh
Nets.
no,
'Cause,
I didn't know.
you know what I'm
No.
saying? So, is that a desirable location, man? Are the Nets kind of they went in 2 years from being a potential powerhouse dynasty to damn near setting up for rebuilding, and that is ridiculous, man. Like when you're looking at the Nets, what are your thoughts about them moving forward? You think it's they're in a rebuild at this point? They're just looking to start their rebuild process.
They need to be, if they're not already thinking that. Listen, the Nets are like cockroaches when the lights come on. Stay the fuck away from there. Don't go there. Be as a roach when the lights come on, because it is not a desirable place right now.
No, it's crazy, the hype and the like. When the season opened, they were like, I think they were
hot
Vegas favorites to win the like
heavy favorites.
They were the
to
favorites
win.
in the East. Yeah, and fuck, man, this it blows my mind. The roller coaster that was. Like, everybody was riding high on these cats, man. Like, bro, you got Harden, Durant, and Kyrie, and Blake Griffin wanted to go over there, and all these LaMarcus Aldridge wanted to go over there. You got all these people like trying to come over and get the ring, and it just wasn't working out. James Harden saw, I don't know what the fuck James Harden saw in that locker room, but he was like, bro, this ain't it.
I'm out.
I don't know what the fuck James Harden saw, but he was quick to be like, man, if y'all don't trade me, I'm gonna get
out of here.
I'm gonna get fat as fuck. And he did.
You know what?
He showed up.
What? In the grand scheme of things, what James Harden did was the smartest thing he's done.
Brilliant.
I gave him shit for it back then, but you know what, James? I apologize. You made the right move.
He was roasting up the smoke, man. We was roasting his ass on smoke, but that man showed up with them small ass shorts, and he was fat as. I was like, bro, this man done. What? He was like, bro, it's part of the master plan.
Yep. Get me out of here.
Thinking of a master plan. He's like, I'm gonna just eat Firehouse subs, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yep.
The extra large ones.
Potatoes and
No
bread.
exercise.
That's my diet for the next 2 months.
What's your side? Chips? No, potato cheddar soup.
Broccoli cheddar soup and
brown.
potatoes. Yeah.
and a bread bowl.
And a brown. Yeah.
Bro. Yeah. I mean, KD's under contract for 3 more years after this season. So I don't know how much hardball they're gonna play. I think they try to move him and get some kind of draft assets to try to start this rebuild.
Yep.
I don't see nobody fucking with the Nets, man. It's too, like, if from this point forward, Kyrie and KD don't get their shit together and they don't turn this shit around, bro, I don't know. And
it's gonna be interesting.
As a Laker fan, I'm looking at Kyrie like they'll probably give him a shot. They'll probably be like, LeBron can talk some sense into him. LeBron can,
and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's probably.
I just want somebody that can shoot threes, man. And for the people be like, you're so done with Kyrie, but you want him on your goddamn right. I want him on my team as a basketball player. Like,
fuck yeah,
I'm that dude. I'm that dude. Like, bro.
Yeah, if he comes to your team, you're willing to forgive him.
I will cheer for you on the court.
Yeah,
I am willing to cheer for you in the court, but I will also call you out when you do stupid shit. Like, I'm that guy. Like, thanks for hitting that game-winning 3. Don't say stupid shit at the press conference, because if you do, I'm gonna be like, well, you deserve that shit, bro. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for fucking it up. Oh man.
Yeah.
But on to college football. It's been a crazy week, my guy. I don't know if you caught any of the games, my brother. Which game stuck out to you this weekend?
Well, there's the obvious one. I have two.
Okay.
There's the obvious one. Alabama obviously lost to LSU.
Yep.
Honestly, as an LSU fan, I was watching this game and my blood pressure was up because I didn't think LSU had a shot, and they led for a good portion of this game, which made me happy. And then, towards the fourth quarter, I'm like, this always happens with these two. It's a back and forth game, always. So for them to pull it out, and my second biggest surprise is what Michael Blake said: size of Brian Kelly's balls, because I didn't think he was going to go. I would have went for two. I was saying it, but I'm like, no LSU coach has ever done this. They've always played it safe. Brian Kelly came out there and was like, for me and my family, we're going for two. And I'm like, you are my guy. I like it. Don't do it no more, but I like it. It worked that time. It's LSU.
Brian
we ain't
Kelly,
always that lucky.
Brian Kelly knows ain't nobody counting. Nobody was giving LSU the time of day to be a player in the SEC.
No, not even.
They were not giving him a fucking chance. He was like, bro, if we kick this and go to a second overtime, it's still giving like the chances of us losing are just as high. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just as high.
Yep.
Let's just go for I'm tired. Let's just go for two.
Let's go home.
Get these motherfuckers out of here. Either we walking out of here knowing we had a chance to win, or we win it. Either way,
gamble.
Either way, Alabama is gonna not look good after this because they supposed to just come in here and do work, right?
Oh yeah, they're supposed to demolish LSU.
Yeah,
for them not to and lose,
right,
speaks volumes.
And Brian Kelly was already pissed at the SEC because he know the rest of the coaches ain't fucking with him because he ain't from the South. You know what I'm saying? He's just like, well, let me show you how us Northerners do. 2 points. Get the fuck out of here, Nick.
Yeah, fine. I'll holler at you.
Kick rocks as we leapfrog your ass in the goddamn. That was amazing, man. I watched that. Their first play of overtime, that QB scramble, get in there. I was just like, damn, they scored right off the bat, man. They had done it. All the shit Alabama had to do to get in there. I knew they had to go for two as the underdog. Like, you just got to take their heart at that point. You scored way too easy. Their defense is like, the fuck is happening? They was out there with 13 people on the goddamn field. Like, 2 people had to sprint off the last second.
2 plays in a row.
Alabama didn't know what the fuck was going on. Them boys was just like,
flustered.
This ain't supposed to be happening. We supposed to be. This is not right.
Hell going on here.
That one, and then the I don't want to say I was shocked at Notre Dame Clemson because I feel like Clemson was just covering up there just because of Dabo Swinney. Like there's some of their games, I'm just like, you guys aren't looking like a top 4 team in the country playing in the ACC. Y'all should be bulldozing these motherfuckers that y'all are playing, and y'all are not.
This is true.
You know what I'm saying? Like to be struggling against Syracuse, and I know the top 25 was just like Syracuse is number 15. Like, bro, stop it. Top 25. Y'all know Syracuse ain't played nobody up to that point. Just because they was 5-0, y'all trying to put them up there. It's one of them things like they had no business being up there, and to go from 4 to 12, that lets you know what the college football, rankings were thinking about Clemson. Like, bro, they ain't really playing nobody. Their strength of schedule is not it. We just have them up there because Dabo, and they undefeated. The minute they take that L, they gone. And they dropped to 12, bro. Quick. What's another one I was looking at? Oh, Tennessee and Georgia. So Tennessee drops to 5. They go from being 2 in the AP polls. They were 1 in the college football poll. They go from 2 in the AP polls to 5. So they're out of the top 4 on the AP polls. Do you think that was a justified drop? Or
yeah. Well, yes, but you also had you had USC, beating Utah. No, Utah beat USC. So yeah,
Not last week.
not last week. No,
USC.
but yeah, USC. No, yeah, USC won their game, right?
USC
Yeah,
won,
so they
UCLA
won.
won, and Oregon won.
Yeah, so all of them winning. Michigan pulling it out. So, I mean, from them to drop from 1 to 5 is kind of justified because everybody else won. So they slide up and you slide back. Naturally, you don't put them at 4 because everybody else won convincingly. Though it was a close game with Georgia, I still think they'll be back. They'll be back in the top 4.
I mean, they got to be because they got to. Well, I don't think they're playing. They can't play in the SEC championship now because they're in the same division with Georgia. Georgia,
but they don't need to be in the top 4. All they have to do is win out.
I would say they probably need to because like I said, Michigan, Ohio State, one of them got to knock each other out, right?
Right.
TCU hanging out there. I don't know. They TCU has to remain undefeated. If they take one L, they out of there. Big 12 is trash this year. And these 3 Pac-12 teams, Oregon, USC, and UCLA, they creeping up, man.
Yeah.
And one of them's got to sneak into that motherfucking thing, bro.
I'm telling you, I'm thinking it's USC. If you ask me, it's USC.
Game. I watched the UCLA game. I don't know what the fuck Chip Kelly is doing, but when he got there, it was rough.
Oh yeah,
he got there. It was rough. I don't know what the fuck he did. I have to go back and look at the recruiting or who he hired in the offseason to be assistant coaches, but he got these boys balling, man.
Yeah,
he got these boys balling.
I saw it last year because I went to the LSU UCLA game last year, and I was like, the people he has on the field now were seniors, but the people like once they got comfortable and they started letting them play, I'm like, these dudes about to be a problem, and you starting to see it.
So my big question to you: a 2-loss Alabama team, can they find a way to make it to the college football playoffs? Let me put it to you this way. Do you see the committee bending over backwards trying to figure out a way to get Alabama in the top 4?
Well, it's kind of hard now because their road to get there with 1 loss would have depended on the SEC championship and who they played in the SEC championship. I didn't think they were going to be able to beat Georgia. That's before they lost to LSU. Now, with LSU having a win over them, and LSU's also a two-loss team, I don't see them bouncing back in there. I don't think there's a way for them to get there. Now, I don't even think there's a way for them to get to the SEC title at this point. Because
they would need LSU to shit the bed.
Yeah, they would absolutely need LSU.
Is Ole Miss in the West? Ole Miss is in the West, right?
Yeah, but LSU beat them.
That's what I'm saying. So, but if you guys lose another conference game, you will have more conference losses. You'll have more conference losses than Mississippi.
Right.
So even though you beat them head to head, they have less conference losses. So they would be ahead because they only have 1 loss. So they would vote if they beat Alabama, Alabama's done. You can't have no 3 losses. Talk about we gonna be in there. That's first and foremost. Right now, LSU is in the driver's seat to represent the West. Georgia's representing the East as of now. I think if they lose one,
LSU
they
still has Texas A&M left too, and Texas A&M ain't no bitches either.
Speaking of Texas A&M, shout out to the homie J.R. Scott. he's a Texas A&M fan with the number one recruiting class, has lost
Go
5 in a
Aggies.
row. So, Jimbo Fisher ain't doing too hot. I mean, he recruiting his ass off, but apparently he can't coach these motherfuckers he's picking up. And he says that for some reason he thinks A&M is going to beat LSU in College Station.
That could absolutely happen. It could happen. Texas A&M,
because these kids,
their
kids
record
will
isn't
step up.
good. Yeah,
When
their record isn't good.
When they know they got a big dog coming in,
oh yeah,
they live for them upsets.
So yeah, I'll give you that, JR.
So we're out here. Our predictions earlier when we started episode 1 starting to look fucked up because Alabama's falling out.
Clemson's out of there too.
Yep. So I mean, we got Georgia, and I think you said Michigan was your Big Ten team, right?
Yeah.
And I said Ohio State was my Big Ten team. None of us was thinking TCU. None of us thought Tennessee.
Nope.
We were both like Clemson will sneak in there from the ACC. They gone.
Don't look likely.
Do you want to use your one reshuffle at this point? We got to have a cutoff. Like by next Monday, we have to give our final prediction. Because if we sit there and try to save our reshuffle for the last college football playoff ranking.
Let me see what happens this weekend.
Next Monday, our finalized predictions for this college football playoff.
Yeah, let me see what happens this weekend.
No changing that.
Because this past weekend was just it was wild.
It was.
Everything got messed up this past weekend.
I think Liberty. Who did Liberty beat? Because they up here 8-1. They beat somebody last Arkansas. Like they just showed up in the SEC. It was just like, man, move. Give a fuck about your conference. But yeah, good shit, man.
Yeah.
College football, I love this shit. It's parody. It's something new. People seeing some shit that's never been done before. Alabama fans are hurt because they got 2 L's. You know,
I love it.
They out here talk about nobody gonna watch the playoffs if Alabama's not in it. I 100% believe that's a lie. I think more people will watch
a lie
it
detector determined that is a lie.
Because something new is happening.
You know what I'm most looking forward to? Them not playing and the commentators just lost. Because they be biased as fuck against that with Alabama.
Bro, I'm sitting here like, because I know how much money drives college football. Y'all really about to not have Alabama in the college football? Are y'all really just going to go tell Nick Saban, hey, Nick, you know you my dude, right? But, hey, you ain't got it this year, bro.
Hey, I'm sorry.
Nick
sorry, my guy.
Nick about to have a whole new committee in there next year.
Oh, yeah, he is. Bring back the BCS.
My team ain't what? No, my team ain't good enough. I'm putting cases on all y'all asses. Cases on all y'all. He gonna do the Denzel fucking monologue.
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
That's how y'all gonna do me?
Oh.
That's how y'all gonna do me? Oh, okay. Oh, all right. I see what's going on here.
Ungrateful motherfuckers.
I can see him kicking in the door of the committee when they in there deliberating. Y'all think y'all can do this to me? Putting cases on all y'all motherfuckers. Oh man, good shit, man. It's good. I like it. We'll see what happens next week, man. We'll see if Tennessee can bounce back. Who they got next? I think they got they got Missouri, South Carolina, and Vanderbilt. Oh, this should be straight.
Yeah.
It to be straight. I think Georgia was their only yeesh.
And I think they play them again.
I think TCU got to play Texas, then they play Baylor, then they play Iowa State. Texas is ranked 18th, so I think that's like their last trial, if you will. But Oklahoma is long gone, bro. I don't know what the bro. Lincoln Riley left them motherfuckers. They was just like, boo. Program go down the whole.
Hell yeah. Shakana. And where you been?
Oklahoma was getting their asses whooped bad. There was one loss. I was like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Do y'all care? What was it?
No, they don't care anymore.
Let me see. Let me scroll. No. Texas beat these motherfuckers 49-0. I was like, go, get out. Get out of here. You don't care.
TCU got them. Honestly, I think that's how TCU got their rankings.
Yeah,
because they came across Oklahoma and was like,
God damn, bro. But bro, that man, I ain't even about that rivalry, but I know how contested it is.
mm-hmm.
And then to just go in there and Texas run them over, bro, get out of here. Y'all don't give a fuck no more. Y'all don't care. Y'all ready for next season, bro. That's crazy. All right. So another thing we missed being away last week, NFL trade line popped off that Tuesday.
Whew.
Last Tuesday. 20 trades. The most active trade deadline day in recent history. So I'm gonna ask you, Black. Some big names changed. You know, Denver sent Bradley Chubb over to the Dolphins.
Yep.
Who are the big names that moved?
Calvin Ridley got traded to Jacksonville from Atlanta. Of course,
we already
Christian
know
McCaffrey.
Chase Claypool from the Steelers over to the Bears.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of running backs were on the move. But after all the shuffle, I know you posted in the group kind of like your teams on the rise, teams on the downfall, and teams kind of on the bubble. Like, next couple of weeks can make and break the season for them.
Yep.
Let me start in the NFC. Obviously, we got the Eagles up there, and they just reloaded by getting Robert Quinn from Chicago for a draft for like, I think a 4th rounder or something like that.
Yep.
Got him, added him to the defense. So they're pretty stout. They're sitting there at 8-0, easily the belle of the ball in the NFC. Who do you see challenging them in the NFC with after all these moves?
Oh man, that's a tough one. Challenging the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't know, man, because who I thought could beat them is I don't know.
I got a team.
They gotta have a bad night. Philly's looking decent this year. Like they really gotta have a bad night.
But the last Thursday night game reinforced something that I've been seeing, which is their run defense ain't as great as their pass. Like their secondary is epic. It's elite. The corners and safeties they got.
Yeah.
But the Texans were running on the Eagles. And I'm looking at teams like who the fuck in the NFC has a run game that carries.
The
Now
Giants,
Chicago all of a sudden maybe, but the Seahawks showed that if you can just stop Saquon and
No
force Daniel
problem.
Jones to have to make plays,
Yeah.
he can't.
Yeah.
He's not that guy.
Yeah.
When I'm looking at rushing attacks, Chicago has one, but I know they're not even going to be. And
They're not there yet.
Yeah,
they're not there
what
yet.
I'm saying? Because apparently they just figured out that Justin Fields can do that. Justin Fields has probably been like, "Can I not just stand in this pocket and get hit and run if I feel I'm about to get? I guess we'll give it a shot." This motherfucker ran for 178 yards. God damn!
Well,
why haven't we been doing this the whole time?
time?
Well, will you look at that? Realistically, I'm looking at the San Francisco 49ers.
That was a team in my head.
Their
So were the
defense-
Cowboys, but they beat the Cowboys.
Yeah, I mean they beat them with Cooper.
Yeah.
I don't think in reality, I don't think even Dak would have beat them that night because that crowd in Philly was something else.
Yeah, you're right.
They play again and they play in Dallas, so we'll see what that looks like. But I think San Francisco figured their shit out, and now that they got CMC fully ingratiated, and then when Debo gets back, because that defense is legit. As long as Jimmy G ain't throwing the fucking ball away and shit, they'll be fine. But
so
I feel if they just do what they did in the playoffs last year, Jimmy just managed the game.
Mm-hmm.
Just throw that screen pass to Debo, hand that ball off. Defense will do its job. You just have to manage the game. I feel they can go far, and I think, bro, CMC just does everything. Did you, man?
Yes,
I'm not just saying he was my boy. My man out there throwing dime. He threw a pass better than Jimmy.
Yeah, fact.
I was
That
just
is
like,
a
he
fact.
should be quarterback back there. Yes. But I'm not going to act like Seattle has not caught my eye as well. I ain't going to
Seattle. I almost put them on my team on the bubble. They are there. They're like a tweener for me. They're on the rise, but they're also on the bubble. Because each week with them, it just depends. It depends.
Yeah.
Like, how are they going to perform? Sometimes they're consistent, sometimes, and they're not fully consistent. This is the only reason why I'm like, they're not on the rise for me. Because there's still a little bit of inconsistencies there. As far as the Eagles go, so the teams I had in mind, I had the Cowboys, but they beat the Cowboys. The Giants, maybe. The other team, and I can't even confidently say it because I don't know what would happen if the quarterback was forced to throw the ball. And that's the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota has been looking good too. Like, I feel like Minnesota-Philly will be a good game, but again, if you shut down the run game for for Minnesota, if you shut down that run game and force Kirk Cousins to throw, it can get a little bit ugly.
Yeah. Washington gave them problems yesterday.
Yeah.
Even though they're 6 they're running away with that division with Green Bay blowing up the way they fucking are, and Detroit not really showing up when they're supposed to, and Chicago. I think Chicago is probably their only. I don't think they played yet. I don't know. I have to look at the schedule, but Chicago is a wild card up there. Now that they unlocked fucking all the moves, the full move set for Justin Fields. You know what I'm saying? They got enough XP to unlock all his moves.
And you have Chase Claypool, which gives them a legitimate threat in the receiving core. So it can get a little bit interesting.
Justin Fields was throwing some dimes, man. He hit his tight end twice, hit a Mooney for a nice little pass. You know, that was a great game from Justin Fields. If he could keep that. Now I wish, now that they're cutting up offensively and they traded all their defensive pieces. Like that kind of fucking sucks, right? Roquan Smith, they traded him away. Your mic's muted, by the way. And then Robert Quinn as well. So it looked like they were in the process of trying to rebuild. They're just like, and then all of a sudden they start cutting up and they're just like, man, if we had those two, maybe we would have won. Maybe we would have won yesterday. But it is what it is. The future is looking bright for Chicago if they can keep this up offensively.
Yes.
Because that was an exciting game, and I can feel Chicago fans being like, oh shit.
We have something. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, AFC. Bills lost, which was everybody's favorite. I don't think that changed anybody's mind on who the top two are in the AFC. In my eyes, it's still the Chiefs and Bills. Everybody's saying the Dolphins are up next, but the Bears gave them some problems. Their defense is looking suspect. Like their offense is great, but the Dolphins defense, they got Bradley Chubb. He was supposed to be the
upgrade.
But you still gave up 42 to Chicago. So Tennessee, their defense is legit, but I don't know what the fuck they're doing with quarterback because that dude Malik Willis last night, that was not it. Derrick Henry's like, motherfucker, I can only run the ball so many times before a defense is like, oh, they're scared to throw. Let's put 10 people in the box and make this dude throw. And he don't throw. He don't throw. But I will also say Patrick Mahomes having to throw the ball 68 times to get a 3-point win in overtime.
It's not how you win.
Is the Chiefs' run game really that bad? Like that wasn't a beautiful game at all.
They have an unhealthy offensive line. So they lost.
Well, the offensive line is unhealthy, and you just want to keep passing. That'd be the last thing I want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That it's an unfortunate situation, but I mean, you've seen it with Dallas. Dallas has been majority throw. They haven't run the ball as much. And that's because half their offensive line is hurt. So you encounter these types of situations, but it's an unhealthy way to win. You can't sustain that.
Yeah. 70 passes and you
that's a lot.
20 to 17. Come on.
Yeah, that's
bro.
a lot.
That's wild. So do they fall in your AFC power rankings? Like, do you move somebody up? Like, who are your top 2 or 3 teams in the AFC?
My top 3 right now is Buffalo, New York, and Kansas City.
Jets?
My top 5 right now.
They got the respect like that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, They got my respect. Buffalo, New York Jets, Kansas City, Bengals, Ravens. That's my top 5 right now.
The AFC North is wild.
Yeah, it's crazy.
The Bengals put it on my Panthers yesterday. RIP to anybody. My condolences to anybody who went against Joe Mixon yesterday in fantasy.
Man, when I saw that, I was like, thank God that's not me this week.
Bro, I was playing Joe Burrow in another league, and I saw that score, and I was just like, man, how many passes this motherfucker got? And it was like 1 TD pass. I'm like, they got 42 points, and he only threw 1 touchdown. So who the fuck is getting that? Oh, let me check real quick. Let me check my matchups. No.
Thank you. Thank you, God.
Yo, I don't know, man. Like, I really want to feel like the Ravens got a hold on it, but I mean, this would be their time to make a move if Jamar Chase isn't healthy. Like, the Bengals should be vulnerable because he doesn't have his favorite deep target. But playing Carolina obviously is a good way to, get your feet up under you and figure out what works for you. But So you got nobody out of the AFC. Like, bro, the AFC West is, I don't know what. Like, it's the Chiefs to lose. I thought it'd be a little bit more competitive. AFC South, man. Looks like the Titans are going to run away with that shit. Mark Safe from Joe. The Titans look like they're going to run away with it. Jacksonville looked good yesterday, but they've had these flashes where they'll look good in games. Yeah, too inconsistent. The Colts fired their coach and hired old buddy from Get Up on ESPN Jeff Saturday.
It's not going to help.
I understand, like, you're just like, man, we just need somebody to sit in the seat to the end of the season. You know, let's just get somebody that Colts fans like. You know, he has no coaching experience except for coaching high school football at Georgia. So, again, like,
oh, that should go.
I don't want to be like, I don't want. Hey, this is the one time where I'm just like, I'm glad they didn't run and get a brother to try to coach this garbage dumpster fire team, and then be like, well, he's not cut out to be a coach. I started New England's defense. Beautiful move yesterday. Pro tip for fantasy. If you are streaming defenses, like picking up a defense every week, look to see who's playing the Colts and pick them hoes up.
And get them.
Because you're going to be eating. Because they played the Tennessee Titans the other, bro. Come on, man. You just find whoever's playing the Colts and pick them up.
Yeah, shut out.
I don't care what team it is. They're going to do it. So, yeah, I mean, in my eyes, your top 5 is pretty legit because I really don't see any other things, anybody else competing. I still say the Bills are my favorite to make it out the AFC. Eagles are my favorite to make it out the NFC. Again, the sleeper would be San Francisco when they get Debo back healthy, integrating him and fucking CMC back there. Come on,
bro,
man.
that's danger to any defense.
Yes. I thought Atlanta had their shit figured out. They don't. NFC South is still open. Tom Brady came back. Like the Rams, I don't know what the fuck is up with the Rams. They were trying to make some moves.
They're on my trending downward.
I saw. Bro, how do you not win that game? Like they legit have no timeouts. 44 seconds. They need a touchdown. Tom Brady just goes down and does it. So is Tom Brady back?
No.
Divorce is final.
No.
He's starting to eat some sandwiches and shit now. He's waiting. He's not okay.
No.
Trying to get some
he
more
took a
weight
bath.
in
They
space,
got
you know
him in the
what I'm
shower.
saying?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, he's not back.
He's undefeated since the divorce, man. He's undefeated since the divorce. What if he start on this win streak? What if he's
if he does?
If he wins next week, what are we talking about?
Then they're on the rise. Because they're on the bubble right now.
Okay.
It depends.
Right. I'll buy that.
He's on the bubble. It depends on what happens next.
I was writing this dude off, but I was just like, bro, 44, bro. That's some miraculous shit. Like he still got.
I don't know.
He's still like. I don't know if he was just waiting for that divorce to get done before he worked.
Man, they must have had that
obviously
boy
I
in
would
court during practice. Like, I can't practice today. I got to go to court. Got to get this alimony straight. Divorce final. Oh, I got time. I'm finna light you motherfuckers up. For all the weeks they had me in there crying and sweating.
He walk in, it's like the intro to We Gonna Make It. Fuck that frail shit. They're like, oh, Tom is back. We go make it. We go make it. We go to the playoffs.
They got to use a scale that they weigh the wells with.
J. Devois. Kiss you, you bitch ass. Like, oh, Tom is back. We
hey yo.
We go make it. We go make it. Oh shit. Oh man, that's good. That is good. All right. Let's get into final shots, man. You got anything to add real quick? Anything you're looking forward to this weekend in sports or this week?
So we got UFC 281 coming. Israel Adesanya versus Alex Pereira.
Style bender.
You know, should be a good weekend. That card isn't as stacked as the last one, but still should be some good fights. So I won't be streaming this one. Sorry, I got to be out of town, so I can't stream it. But
I might can work something out.
But if you guys watch it, catch it, yeah, share your thoughts on it. Another good weekend of football coming up. Biggest one is Alabama versus Ole Miss, obviously. Let's see if Bama makes it through. And share your thoughts. For the fantasy teams, get your lineups ready. Them bye weeks is over. Because it was bye week this week for a lot of people. So get them lineups ready for next week, man. And let's come back and have fun.
Yep. Do not forget, NBA is in full swing. Cleveland Cavaliers. I know it was episode 2. Somebody asked us to talk about the Cavs.
Yep.
That was before they got the Donovan Mitchell move. But bro, he is balling his ass off over there, man.
Yeah, they look.
Kevin Love coming off the bench looking nice. Him and Garland in the man, bro. They looking scary out there.
Yeah.
Lakers not so much. The Warriors. I don't know what it is. They get on the road. They can't do shit, man. I don't know what it is.
Listen, I don't want to jinx it, but I'm hoping this is the year. I'm hoping this is the year.
That it's all over.
Yeah. Sick of this shit.
This motherfuckers their lives is too perfect. We get it. Everybody loves Steph. God damn it. Get out of here, bro.
It's your perfect life out of here. Shit.
Hey. College basketball is also back. A couple of games on tonight. Number 1 ranked UNC Tar Heels against UNC Wilmington tonight. Game probably already started. I gotta go see. Man, if I go in there and these boys losing. Sometimes I try. How much is that? Be crying in the fucking shower. Hey.
Let's go say it like this.
We'll get them back, guys. It's still early. Lose early. That's the ticket. Lose early. But sports entertainment related. Did you see Logan Paul?
I
Show
did.
the fuck out
I did.
in his match with Roman Reigns.
Yes. I listen.
Is he signed to the WWE? Because if not,
he is.
Okay.
He's signed
long
to
term,
WWE.
bro. I'm talking about long term. Don't
I
let that motherfucker go.
Was thoroughly impressed by Logan Paul. Actually, by that whole pay-per-view, which we'll be talking about it on Wednesday for No Gimmicks. But Logan Paul specifically,
I need to tune into that. What did Frankie say? Can you let me know Frankie's thoughts? Because I ain't seen that from him.
He was impressed too. But so I watched Logan at WrestleMania, and at WrestleMania I was like, holy shit! Like he can actually wrestle.
He's
wasn't as pumped up. Yeah, he is. Wasn't as pumped up about him and Roman Reigns because I'm like, this is the number 1 guy in the company. I mean, you did good for WrestleMania, but this is you wrestled like, you know what I mean? This ain't Roman Reigns. You didn't wrestle that guy. You know what I mean? So they did, and we'll break down why that match was so impressive. But for that to be your 3rd match in the WWE and for that match to be that good speaks volumes about Logan.
Bro,
Paul.
he didn't miss.
Didn't miss.
He didn't miss. Execution, bro. Come on.
Yeah, we'll break it down.
All right. Let's we'll let y'all. I'll let the pros do that on Wednesday. I'll let these cats do it on Wednesday. But outside of that, man, that's all we got. Great week in sports coming up. Stay in tune. If you're listening and you want to get in on some of these discussions, the group stays popping with these conversations. Right now, we're talking about Bonds and Pete Rose and these guys who have been quote unquote banned from the Hall of Fame. However, the Major League Baseball is not relinquishing or acting like their stats don't exist. So it's like either they did it or they didn't, bro. Like, let them in or out. A lot of conversations like that are going on. Thoughts on the Colts picking up Jeff Saturday. So if you want to jump in and have some of these discussions, search for the Prove Me Wrong podcast fan group on Facebook. Get in there and jump in. Outside of that, that's all I got, man.
That's all I got.
Cool. All right, sports fans, y'all know what it is. Tune in next Monday, 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific, and we'll get back into it and chop it up with whatever you guys want to talk about. Obviously, college football will probably lead that. We'll see if Kyrie just stays under the radar and gets his act together and starts back. And hopefully we'll bring in some more NBA talk because a lot of these teams that I did not expect to be doing so well are out here shining. It's still early, but, lots of underdogs shining. Lots of the favorites are struggling right now. So we'll talk about that. So until next week, I'm the homie Mac, a.k.a. your boy.
And I'm Brad like a king, made us Calvin Kaylee. Thank y'all for tuning in to Prove Me Wrong. Until next week, peace.
Peace.
This ain't right.